you're listening. As I promised you, we will definitely be having a director today. He is here, and then he's also here with the colleague. Get an opportunity for them to introduce themselves, and so that we can be able to get into our talk for tonight. So we'll be having them from now until 10 to 8, so that they can be able to be to attend other things. So it's about busy, and for you to get them, you must work. And then the nicest thing is when you are in understanding one another. The capacity. It's very important, and I'm honored. I'm honored. You'll understand why I'm honored. Today I'm talking to my boss. Right. Director, you can greet the listeners.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and Nkosi, as usual, I would want to say thank you very much for giving us a platform to be able to talk to people. And also I want to also take this moment to greet all the wonderful listeners of Westside FM.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. Mokgobanama.
Thanks, Nkosi. Moruti re leboga re le lefapha la education. Re leboga go tlhaela mo Westside FM. Nna ke matume Mokgobanama ke kgomo ka sebele.
Wonderful. Lena Ketchmela Tata, that you responded on this, though it is late. We're supposed to be doing after the results, but because of certain things that we could not, they were beyond our own beyond our own thinking, planning, and whatever. We could not, it could not materialize. But we are blessed to have you tonight, so that we can be able to talk about the results, and of course, the other thing that we'll be talking about is about the SGB elections, the importance about that and stuff like that. So we really appreciate. Director, Munghadi, to give us, such a wonderful place you have put us as a lead person in the Westrand in education, top 10 district, in the top 10. So we, can you take us through? I'm very excited.
No, you're more than welcome, Tate Moruti. But to be honest, whilst we are somehow celebrating our results, but we are not happy because we did not attain, the goal that we actually set ourselves to.
Okay.
I remember that at one stage we were once number 1 in the country. We came number 2. We thought that we would actually go back to number 1, but circumstances really that were beyond us led to us not to be what we wanted to achieve. But may I say that I'm very much excited given what the year was presenting to ourselves.
Yo.
I mean, COVID is an enemy that we never, anticipated that
Sure.
would actually, we had plans in place. We thought that would be number 1, but everything had to change. We had to adapt quickly to the new normal. That our schooling was disrupted, and our teachers had now to adopt new styles and systems like remote learning,
Sure.
where now learners have to learn without being, face-to-face contact with our educators. But also, as you know, that what it also brought as a very negative impact was to broaden the gap between those that are having, gadgets and those that don't have gadgets. But we got, 83.5%. We thought that at least if we would actually get 90, that's the line that you want to reach as a department. May I say that I'm excited that even all our schools, there is no COVID. We thought it will have, the minister was actually saying she was expecting a bloodbath. But, the results that are present are really amazing. The gap between, the township schools and, the town schools has also been narrowed. I can give you an example that, they actually have got a way of measuring ourselves.
Okay.
We no longer look at numbers only, but we also talk about a basket of results, where when we look at the school, we look at the the quantity, the number of learners passed, but Reshebela maths and science, Reshebela the number of learners presented by the school, Reshebela number of distinctions, the number of bachelors.
Sure.
Now in the top 100 in the province, Renale dikolo about 4. Amongst that 4, Renale school is Pahama. It's student number 55. And that school exactly is sharply most of some of the town schools. What we have done, whilst we have dropped the numbers, but we are excited that the quality, the number of bachelors, we have surpassed the 50% mark.
Sure.
So we are saying that most of the learners that have passed are ready to go to university. And if I can also give you anything, also as usual, a learner from a school that is perceived to be a school that is underperforming, Simonia Secondary, or Totsi 297 out of 300 is the best learner maths in the Westrand. Yeah. So we've got some positives out of this. I want to really say to parents, I'm not happy. If you look at the stats, it's not what we expected. We presented something like 7,000 learners, only 6,400 passed. We are not happy about that because our intention is to make sure that Banabamo Gauteng West pass. Yeah, basically that's the picture that we have. But let me also explain that the challenge, even the MEC has adopted one of the schools because that school has really let us down. Since I come to the Westrand, I've never had a school that gets 31%.
Wow.
There's a school in Begazal called Kotalang. It got 31%. So it means 70% of the learners, more than 70%, failed. So those schools, the 3 schools, Tiemletlake, Simunye, and Kotalang, if they actually got 70%, would be number 1 in the country.
Sure. But now I must really say under your leadership, out of that difficult situation, things came in a very positive way. Looking at the number of days that we have spent at home compared to the days that we're supposed to be at school, and then education will go on. So that means, if everything was normal, we were going to do very, very good.
Definitely.
Excellently so.
Yeah.
So we were doing analysis. My co-host. My co-host, the
former best student.
Yeah, the previously, and what we were talking about, it was like to say most of the kids have studied Komahai.
Definitely.
And then that shows when a black child wants to study, can be able to study. The only thing that they need is motivation. So and really it showed in all the best performing schools in towns, right, could not even, some of the schools in towns could not even match our own township schools. We've got places like Bo Beggersdal, right, Bo Simunye. You don't expect such a good performance from such schools because of the challenges that are in the environment itself, but they managed to come through, So Rona, as Community Wellness Show and Westside FM, we really appreciate your leadership. And then I just wanted to ask you one question to say, how did you make it to motivate the IDSO, to motivate the principals, to motivate the HODs and everybody to the lowest rank, they Babe outstanding like this, because this is a very outstanding result if we can be realistic.
No, one thing that is a positive on our side is we've got self-propelled, personnel. I must take this, this time to really thank our teachers, really for, they were not even asked to work for an extra mile, but the situation that presented itself, they actually saw that what we have to do is to work an extra mile. They worked out of, even beyond the normal hours. Saturday and Sunday, we no longer had Saturdays and Sundays.
Even now.
And then also, I want to say that, my IDSOs, the staff at the district, really, in some cases, our officials actually taught in our schools to sort of supplement on what the educators are doing. What I really appreciate, whilst is this posed a challenge to us, but I was telling the learners during the awards session that, it presented you with what is expected of you at the tertiary level. You don't have to rely at seeing an educator because you will be on your own. So our learners have made it. They are not conducive for learning, but they manage the WhatsApp, the TV shows and so on to learn a lot. But I want to say our teachers, we've got very exceptionally good teachers in our schools. What I always say that you must always, I tell my staff, when you go to the malls, you must be proud to raise your shoulders to say that I'm a member of Gauteng West. So the teachers are already proud to whoever Gauteng West. Remember, the West have got nothing to offer. Mining, the agriculture. So the best thing that we want to put education on the map. That's how we put our area in the map. Education.
Sure.
Thank you.
No, that's great indeed. That's really, really great. Mokgobanama, re so ke pele go tsa elections. Kopa remark ya hao fela ntatwa ka.
Moruti, it's not a mistake. Ya gore 2020 re perform the way we performing ka teng. The reality of the matter is, when eagles are tired, their feathers are dull. They go on the mountain. Now, the reason why they go on that mountain is to go and remove the dull feathers. Now, Gauteng West, we went back to the mountain in 2020. We removed the dull feathers. Now, we're entering 2021 completely as new people. Now, if you check that 2021, it has got one there. That one I normally associate with renewal. So, in 2021, we are going to renew our performance. We'll emerge victorious in 2021. Because we know that we are not failures. We have done it before. I think in South Africa, we're the first district to reach a 92%. So we're going to do it one more time. So we went back to the mountain, we removed all the dulls. Now we are coming back to fly very high. You see, when you remove your old person and you put a new person, you fly very, very, very much high. So that's exactly what we're going to do in 2021. We're going to come out the best, with the best educators that we have, with the best principals that we have, with the best learners that we have. Everybody's going to be renewed in 2021. A completely different year altogether. So we are coming back as, I normally associate the speed that will be running with C63 AMG. When you run with that car, you don't look back. So we're going to fly and we're going to run with speed. 2021 is going to be a completely different year altogether. We are coming. They must watch out.
Sure. And then how do we encourage then parents to understand the momentum that we are, that the district is ready?
You see, the school belongs to the parents in particular.
Sure.
And you see, if parents play a pivotal role, performance is guaranteed.
Sure.
And I can assure you, in one of the school, in our informal settlement area, Ritvale Extension 1, which is now known as Winifred Nomzamo Mandela High, they performed very well. Deep down into the shacks, the windows were falling, but they came out with best results, precisely because of the support that parents continue to provide the management in that particular school.
Wow.
So now parents play a pivotal role in ensuring or bana ba phasa ko sekolong, because of ke bona ba make sure bana ba tsoga in the morning ba ya sekolong, Saturdays ba ya sekolong, Sundays ba ya sekolong, during holidays ba ya sekolong, and they make sure that in some instances they even reduce the chores because of to give them an opportunity to study. So parents play a pivotal role on the performance of learners. Now in 2021 we want them more.
Wow. We
want them to give us more support so that by the end of 2021 we claim our position
Sure.
We are not meant to be mediocrity. We are meant to be the best. So Gauteng West is the best. That's why we call ourselves the best in the West.
Yeah.
Nothing will beat us. Whatever West that it can come,
Yeah.
we'll bulldoze them. We are coming. Watch out.
Yeah. Full force. Full force.
Yes, yes.
Ngamandla. Wonderful. And thank you very much for such great information. When I'm returning on WSFM, unfortunately we are not going to allow calls because of looking at time, and also we need to release the director and then Ndati Mokgobanama so that they can go, and then they've got other things to attend. But what is our top 3 schools in Gauteng West, director?
The top 3 schools, unfortunately, it's number 1 would be North Havel.
Oh, North Havel.
Yeah, the usual suspect.
The usual suspect.
Yeah, Wuru School, North Havel, Wuru School Monument, followed by what, David? Let me just check. Yeah, but we've got a township school in the top 10.
In the top 10.
Yeah, let me just. I'm the usual suspect, and they actually. All right, yeah, Wuru School Monument, North Havel, Wuru School Ribegrand. And then we've got Kagiso, that came out number 9.
Oh, Kagiso.
Yeah, secondary. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They got 94.25%.
Yeah, no. But it's proud. Kagiso, by the way.
Yeah. Now, if you go to the other page now,
yeah,
you will see that number 10, number 12. Now let's combined school.
Oh, that's
it came out number 13.
Okay.
No, they got 93.2. Winfred Nomzamo, the local school, to say 92.9. And Ronaldo to pay the happy Mona, they're in the top 20. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, no, how push you.
Yeah.
Under such circumstances, but Westrand went through. That's a great thing. Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you very much, Director. Let's get into this one, the SGB now. It is that time. It is the last term. No, if a DDB. Yeah. Yadi SGB, new SGBs need to come in. Mr. Mokgobanama.
SGB elections.
Yes, sir.
Are regarded as the top 3 elections in South Africa after the national and also the local. So we are saying to parents, let's take SGB election very seriously, because get the voice of the parents. So 2021 elections defeated. As of the 15th of March, the elections have started already. We have trained our principals to run these SGBs with all credibility that it deserves. We are going to run these SGB elections up until the 31st of April. Initially, we were supposed to start from the 1st of March up until the end of March. But the Minister of Education, due to the new normal and the situation that we find ourselves in terms of the second wave, she had to extend the SGB elections by another month, which is April. So now we are saying to parents, let us go, all of us, let us go and vote for our representatives. Remember, the members of SGB that will be electing are your mouthpiece. If you don't send them to go and talk for you and to go and represent you in those schools, we will be failing our own learners. SGB plays a pivotal role in the learning of our children, because the results that we receive are not only for principals and the teachers and the district, but it is also for the SGB. Schools where we have functional SGBs, they perform very well. So let's go all out, let's go and vote. In some instances, we'll call you afternoon, very late afternoon, to go and cast your vote. Please respond We'll also request you to come in on Saturdays and Sundays. Please go and vote for the members of SGBs who will represent you. We want you to participate fully so that we can carry out this mandate of claiming our results in 2021 back to 92%. We're no longer talking about 90%. If you go all out and vote, definitely sure 92% will be guaranteed.
Wonderful. And I don't know if it's my own observation, but I think most of the parents now are starting to realize the importance of SGB because of the coming on board and so forth. There was another school, actually, I was so much pleased. I saw the director there in one of the, I think it's Randfontein High, where you find the SGB, the teachers, the learners, and then even the principal doing pledges.
Yeah.
That's a powerful thing, director.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then now recently it was live on Facebook. One of my friends actually was video filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the schools that got 100%. Yeah. Yeah, no,
And it's very impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I just wanted to add that to just elaborate the issue of importance. Yeah.
Yeah, our parents nowadays, they really taking the SGB or saving the SGB very seriously. They even, they go all out to present their manifesto to recruit people to vote for them because of they know that, you see, governors are the key stakeholders in our schools. So now when we talk about the feast pot, you see it is having 3 legs. One of the main legs there is the issue of governance. Now if you don't have it, that's why I'm saying whatever that we're going to cook inside that pot will not be well done. Hence we need all 3 legs to function together and begin to give support to our learners. Remember, parents are not there for their own benefit, but they're there to serve the community that they find themselves in, to make sure that their children, they perform to the best of their ability. So they take it very seriously. Hence we are saying right now, we are shouting, we are calling to them, we are crying to them that let 2021 not like any other year. Let it be a year which you would remember that we went out, all of us, to go and vote, and therefore we can see the results of our vote. By 2021, at the end of the year, when the results are announced, you would sit down and begin to say, we have worked, because we are definitely sure if we do it well and we vote well and we get the best candidates in our governance, so definitely sure we are going to get results.
Wonderful. Wonderful indeed. Director, do you want to add on that?
Yes, I think I've been covered. But, when we talk of school health, one of the key areas that we have to measure school health is, school functionality, basic functionality. Now, basic functionality talks on issues like the management of the school and governance of the school. Now, if we don't have a sound, solid governance in our school, I can tell you that it will be very difficult for us to attain our goals that we set ourselves. Because these are the people who set up the vision, the mission of the school. And they're there for 3 years. They've got a development plan that runs for 3 years. So these are the key stakeholders, as the Mokgobanama has alluded to. So I'm saying I'm so excited that now parents are starting to say that we have a critical role to play in the education of our children, and it cuts across now, even in the schools, in the township schools now, we see that there's keen interest for us as parents to play a role. It's ka ba go tropong fela mo re attend the meeting man a re tleng le rona ka mona re change and the fruits of that are actually being realized, because look at our township schools, the way they perform, because of the pride and the inputs that are coming from our parents.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's wonderful.
I want to remind parents, Muruti, that in South Africa, the first black or township school that achieved 100% in South Africa, the first, it was Ludirile in 2008.
Ludirile
Secondary in Swanepoel. That was the first. school in the township or in the black community that produce 100%. And all schools that followed suit, like Tutopili, and then they kept momentum because of, with them, they had to keep the pace rolling. They did not get 100% only once. With your Winifred Nomzamo Mandela, they kept momentum. They did not get 100% once. And now you can begin to see that schools like your Mandisa, your Kagiso, your Litsatsing, they are adding value because of they can show other township schools that we can make it. You don't need to go to a very expensive school to produce results. From those schools from the township where they eat mautwana le magwinya, that's where the results are. After they ate those food, therefore they come up with distinctions. That's what we want. We want that 300 out of 300 in subjects like your mathematics, your physical science, your accounting, your life sciences, to mention a few. But we can do that provided we have the best governors. So we want parents to come out in large number. We have started in good pace, and thus far, Director, we had some of our schools who casted their vote yesterday. 450 parents came out to go and vote. So we want to see that also in our townships happening. And I know for sure that they will never disappoint us. So if they elect the best candidates, our schools, we are going to have more than 5 schools getting 100% in the townships in 2021.
Because they'll make sure that everything is there for a school readiness and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's very important. And then we're done with the SGB. Can you just maybe give us briefly a layout of the SGB, because some of the people maybe might not understand the process, since we have we have COVID-19, and then it was going to be elections, and now we're not sure we're in level 1. Is it going to community? To the school walls? Well, do you have an idea that you can enlighten us?
All right, thanks very much, Muruti. The e-voting, we for now suspended it because of it is not yet gazetted.
Okay.
Now we have 2 modes of voting. The normal one, which we call it single day, where parents will go to school by 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. By 12 o'clock they are done.
Okay.
We also have the second mode, which I think it is yielding better results. We call it a full day mode of election. So they start from, say for example, 8 o'clock until 6 o'clock. So now parents would go vote like as they cast their vote during the national voting or elections. So they go in and vote and go. And then at a later stage, then we announce the results. And that one is adding, I think for yesterday, we had close to 3-4 schools who casted their vote using that mode of full day election. It went out very well. Large number of parents came out in large number to go and vote. Now, even if we have standard mode of elections, we're still going to observe the social distancing. We'll sanitize parents as they are coming in. We'll make sure that, remember, right now, the protocol allows at least 250 outside.
Yes.
So now we can have that 250 outside, and of course others will come in and vote and go. And then by the time which will be determined by the school electoral officer, then they will vote, and then they are done. The counting will be done. But very critical, when parents receive invitations which says they must go to schools to go and do a pre-nomination, let them go there in large number. It will assist us so that we have a minimum number, a sizable number of parents who will be there during an actual nomination, because we have done nominations before the actual nomination come. So let them come out in large number, go and nominate as many as possible, so that we can have the greatest, the best candidates who will serve our schools.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of identifying candidates, what's the process?
Look, we don't have a yardstick to identify a candidate.
Okay.
But parents knows
They know one another.
Yes. Now, once they know each other, they know who they want that particular person to serve in the SGB.
Okay.
All they need to do is to go to school, request a nomination form, and therefore they must have a seconder. Now, all these three people must have children in that particular school.
True.
Ba tshwantse ba be le bana ba bona according to SASSA chapter 1 e buang hore motswadi wa ngwana, biological parent, and then hona le ba re ba bisang ke di legal guardian, not only guardian, legal guardian.
Sure.
And rena le ba lo reng ke di caregivers ba dula le bana bao ka mo hae, not o tseng ngwana from ko strateng and therefore o re ke a mo thusa mo reketse ditlhako. No, that one is not a legit member who can be voted for. We want those ones who are biological parents, who are legal guardians and caregivers, those ones who are staying with children at home. They are supporting those children from home, not from distance. So we want parents to go and vote. Let there be one of the three. So now if you want to be nominated, you can canvass outside and then you get somebody to nominate you, and then you get another person to second you. But yourself as a person who is nominated, you must also sign the nomination form.
Okay.
A nomination form is legit if it is signed by these three people.
Okay.
The nominee, the proposer, and
The
the seconder.
Wow.
So once you have this, therefore you qualify.
Wow.
We don't elect people because of they are having doctorates or or masters and whatever. We nominate people according to the eligibility. Do they qualify to serve in the SGB of that particular school?
Wonderful. Well explained. Akona a question. Well explained.
I'm a good teacher, Muru.
I can see that. I can see
So
that.
when I'm done, I'm sure for sure you have to pass.
No,
it's always like that.
That's great. You know, if you do a presentation and then no question asked, sometimes I used to be concerned. Director. I used to be exactly what did they understand what I'm saying, or everything just flew over, or what exactly is happening? But now I understand what you say.
The third one is the timing. Maybe kina kwa but baba ko chaisa, baba ko butsani.
Sure, that can also be another one. Yeah. But I'm grateful for every information that you have received. And then time now it is 7 minutes to 8 o'clock, and then I said until 10 to, but okay, I'll give until 8 o'clock as it was originally set.